All right, I can't let it go. I'm gonna write the thing to find out where each thing is. I have to know. Um, like whether it's uh, basically I'm gonna write the thing that I was talking about. I need to have this workflow. I gotta have it. Um, I I like to have things where I can just kind of do stuff and not think about it. Um, and so um, and then only occasionally get bit in the ass, right? But right now, I don't. I'm going to put my best face forward, foot forward. I've said this before. If this pushes back the playtest release, then so be it. And this is something I'm going to use for the rest of my development history if I'm using someone else's assets. So whatever. So what I'm working on right now is the tools necessary for being able to have um, a directory where the assets in that directory aren't exported, and so that's just the ignore list in your when you're doing an export, right? Okay, seems simple enough. But what we're going to do is we're going to check that ignore list, check the files inside of them and outside of them, specifically outside of them, really. And if any files outside of that ignore area point to files inside of that, then we send a warning out and say, hey, you're going to want to restructure this because this file is pointing to this file, and therefore you need blah, 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 blah. And this might be a waste of time, but we're going to go with it. So right now what I've got is we're getting a list of directories. So we have dir access. So if we can use dir access, we can basically look through each directory and list every file and then list every directory and go from there. We have to do this recursively. So I think we need two levels of recursion, although I'm not 100% sure. Essentially, what we want to do is go into each directory, go through each file, try to load the file as a resource. If we can load it as a resource, then we use the class DB list to compare and see if what class it is. If the class is a packed scene, then we have to instantiate the packed scene and go through every single element in it and look at it and see if we can find what resources it uses. So it's really that simple. And in those resources that it uses, we need to check the resource and see where that resource exists in the file structure. And if the resource is in a place that is in the ignore export, then we know that we need to send a warning out and say the following files are not included in the export but are in the project files. Um, so How you doing, Growling? So how do I make this recursive? We get the directory contents, and then we get the directory contents. Okay. But this has a return value here. I can't return that. This is going to iterate. So what do? Do I put this in its own array? Um, hmm. I think that's it. So we'll do this. And if this works, this should be a list of every single file in the project. Um, can I call method get directories on a null value? 19. What's up, Matt? Dir access open dir path. Dir access get directories. Dir access null. Null value. Dir access is null. Open dir path. Print debug. What's our dir path? Our dir path is Cinti. So it does not, when we get directories, it does not, it's relative. So we need to, how does this work? We need to say dir path plus the directory, but it needs to include the /. So it's really %s %s dir path and directory. All right. How you doing, Matt? Hey, I don't have sound on, but I wanted to let you know I texted you back about your question. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Doing all right, Growling. So we just got jack shit. That's great. What does it look like when we're trying to get directory contents? So we got the builds going. Looks like it's working. So we're recursively going in. So somehow the file list that we're building out must be bullshit. So files we're appending. Is it that we're an empty pack string array? Do I have to do this? That's? Do I just say this? Let's see. Let's get rid of the prints. Run it again. Nothing. Okay. Get directory contents should return. We're never returning. Okay, how do I do this recursively? Such an idiot. If I have a return value from a recursive function, how do I build that return value up on the results of the other recursions? Right. So files. So we're not, the problem is right here. Now, if I return, like if I did dir access get files, the problem with that is this recursive element here is not going to. So like if I do this now, we're only going to see the root files, even though it recurses through everything. Right. So I can't do a return inside the for loop because that'll kill the for loop. And I bet if I do a print of this, we will see the first recursion. Right? So, yeah. And this, none of this is relative either. Oh, so this is all of it. Okay. Okay, so if each of these are returning first recursion sounds like the name of a sci-fi movie. There's no get. Um, so what I could do is let's build the list of directories first. Get directory list. And we're going to return this. Sure, packed string array is fine. I don't care. So for each directory, we're going to recurse. And so this is now directories. And then we'll append to directories. And then we'll return directories. Will that work? Get directory contents, pack string array. It's because it's get directory list. Does this work? No. God damn it. Let me think about this. We're still not returning. It's this array. God, why is this messing me up? Sometimes recursion's like no problem for me, and other times my brain is like, I can't. I just can't. Now, if I was just touching everything inside of this recursively, that's easy. It said I want to return a data struct that's throwing me off. How about this? If we do this, and then we say directories here, and then directories append array, and then we return directories, I think we might have something now. Get directories on null value. So we get directory list. It has this extra slash on it. Can't do that. Those are the roots. Alts. Where is this coming from? Yeah, we're cool. We're getting into like a weird directory that doesn't exist for some reason. Alts. Shaders. Textures, alts, extracted billing. I think it's because it's building up. Yeah. Damn it. Oh, sorry. I mean, the code works, so I don't really care, but I get it. This is like basic programming stuff, and my brain is fried on it. The problem too, if we're getting directories, is it's based at the relative point that we got it from. I have to close Telegram. I'm gonna dox. My wife's gonna dox things if I'm not careful. Um. Here's something someone's implemented. Let's try this. So this is using oh, they've got some weird thing. There we go. Okay. Problem here is these don't include the proper so what's different here? They're using something called lister begin. And then they do a next. And then a while. And then until there's no file name. Johnson, how's it going? Did you figure out the shader thing? It looked like you were getting it when I had to leave. All right. You know what? I'm going to ditch this for now. I really want this working, but let's work on the level stuff. Because this is turning out to be a waste of time. I want to come back to this though. So we're working on the stage editing stuff, and we have some things for this. Let's see where we were at. Uh-oh. $194. What is going on? Whoa. Oh, okay. There we go. So we were working on rail speed last we were here. So what we're going to do is we're setting it up so we can do a curve for the speed. So basically, in this little plot here, the max domain equals the amount of time that we're going to take to travel the curve. And then the max value is the speed value. We did some work to make sure that we couldn't change the min value below 0, so we don't go backwards. And we did some work so that the min domain can only meet, we can't go 0, but we can go up. Actually, no, we don't. We can't change the min domain. That's right. So max domain. So we're kind of using the curve here in a weird way, and then we just lock it to the max value eventually. That's the value we're trying to hit. That's the max speed, right? So then we can adjust the curve of how we speed up the rail. So that's going to be nice. I fixed it. It was GPU particle system, but it only misbehaved like that on a specific case. Yeah, Godot's the performance debugging is really weak. So you end up, I mean, you're back to what's going on with my monitor. You sort of end up going back to like print the equivalent of print debugging. with a lot of that stuff. I don't know why my monitor is the monitor wigging out for you guys. No, dude. I hope my GPU's not going out. That's gonna I'm gonna have to sell the house to get a GPU. Oh my god. Hang on, guys. I gotta go underneath the computer. Whoa. Okay, that seems to have fixed it. Booyah, what's up? Teach me how to be popular. Where share the thing. Oh, the rock thing. Yeah, I saw this too.
I know how to fix this. I finally figured out how to fix this. We just put a rock. We just put a rock there. We fixed it. Look, now it's fixed. You can't see the texture issue. I know how to.
What was it? Halo famously only had 3 rock meshes. Was it Halo 2? I don't understand why, but everywhere I post it, it goes viral. It speaks to people, I think. People who do this stuff. All right, I'm probably going to come back to that in a little bit. Okay, so now when we come across a speed event, we are going to take and we need to stash the curve. And so if there is a rail curve, then we're going to do something. Now, what we need to do is we need to travel along the rail curve the same. So we think of this. How about we just use a timer? There's only one problem with that, and that's if we're already adding to the speed increase. So let's say we're boosting or something, then we're going to get even more of a boost longer than we probably should have because of that, right? So is that the end of the world? Because the other way we can do it is take our progress change and we use that to travel along the curve. And so we need to read the point on the curve, which I don't remember how to do. So curve, sample. Returns the y value for the point that would exist at the x position. So now so we say rail curve speed sample, and then we sample something. We don't quite. The problem right now is if I take rolling stock progress and we use the delta progress last, right? The problem here is that we're never going to keep moving along the curve. So we have to increment. So we go var rail curve speed position. And this is a float value. And then we need to remember to reset it here when we get a new rail curve. So here we reset it to 0. And then whenever we do this, we increment it. Plus progress last. Plus equals. And actually, since we just found it, rail curve speed, progress, position last. Rolling stock. No, it's rail. I never get to catch anyone's streams. I got a little bit of Jotson streams today. Okay, so now we can sample. So we have rail curve speed sample. So what do we do with the sample? We set it to rail speed. So now rail speed equals that sample. So every time we come back around here, we use rail speed. So the only other thing we have to do here is reset rail speed as well, which would be 1 by default. Here's our problem. Our min value has to be 1. So let's go back to rail speed. Curve speed. So min domain, min value. Because we can't multiply by a value less than... Well, now, it can't equal 0. Because we could do... Yeah, we could do less than 1. But kind of what we want to do... So we have min value, and we want to have default min value. And by default, we're going to start out at 1, so that we're at least equal to. And then so over here, we're going to say default min value. And then if we've changed, and if the min value, if the min value is less than the min value, then min value equals min value. Try saying that 3 times fast. So, but the default is 1. So let's do a new event rail. So event rail. And then, yeah, our min vax value. Max value. Let's just do default min value times 2. Times 2. Okay. Erase. New rail event. And we need to change the order we're doing this in. What's happening is, it's kind of a race condition, not really. But if we set the one before the other, then we end up with a less than 1 value. There we go. Okay. Ugh. So let's do something crazy and have our start speed. So if we go, we have all these speed things. We're going to get rid of all these. Let's just make it go really fast. That sounds like fun, right? So event rail. We'll ramp up to like 10 times our normal speed. Okay. There we go. And then how quickly is 1 second? No, let's do it in 10 seconds. So in 10 seconds, we're going to go all the way to 10 times our speed. And okay. Let me do some shout outs here. Shout out to Jotson, of course, working on the mailroom. It's really coming along. He keeps teasing something. I have a feeling I know what it is, but he's still not saying it for some goddamn reason. Whatever. You keep your secrets. All right then. All right then. You keep your secrets. Be right back. There's an alarm I have to deal with. All right then. You keep your secrets. Okay. So for funsies, while we're doing this, how about we print it out? Whatever the rail speed is. So print debug rail speed. Okay. We're basically building. I have everything I need to make a roller coaster style game that doesn't use physics. God. Stop. Dear God. Okay. We've got a stupid alarm on our Alexa device, and it does it twice no matter what. While defeating, call it Epstein's thrill ride. Oh, God. Just a roller coaster to hell. Let's reopen stage. Okay. $20 on ready. Rewind, connect. Connect, rewind. What is it bitching about? Invalid access to property or key rewind on base object nil. Bro, what? Jack diddly squat. I think it might be too early. Whoa! Okay, so it works. So how quickly did it ramp up? It went awfully fast. Let's try. Let's take a look at the math here. I thought this. How's it going? Is absolutely right. Rolling stock progress last. No, we need to subtract from... Okay, so that's why we went way too fast on the ramp up. Can we just use the delta? No, because we need to know where we are on the rolling stock. So we have to have... It would be... whatever rolling stock progress last was minus our rolling stock progress. So that would give us, technically that would be the quote unquote delta between the two times. But really it's about how far, so it's not really time as it is length. That's the best way to put it. So if we consider sampling, we're sampling a length of 10 meters, the ramp up should be much slower. So let's try it now. Okay, so that was more of a ramp up. Was it 10 meters? I don't know. I mean, how far up, how tall are we right now? We are, I don't know. Let's see. We are where? Where are we? Give me some information about where we are right now on this thing. Got some translation information, but absolutely no information about where we are in space. Transform.
Oh, that's cool.
Ah.
Yeah, cool.
You think it's cool?
Cora, thanks for the raid.
Cool.
It's not cool.
Do a shout out. What brings you this way? Ooh, you're doing something Pico 8? Oh, Command 60. What is this? You're doing Pac-Man. Hang on. We're all automatically friends. Oh, you're still live. I can't scrub right now. Let's see. Give you a follow. So you're doing Pac-Man on the C64? Or is this something else? Is this like a... I don't know what Command 64 is. Working on Command 64 OS is an OS I'm writing for the Commodore 64 almost exclusively with AI. Ah, I see. I hear AI is really good at assembly. Sort of a thought experiment. Gotcha. What's this Pac-Man thing I see there, though? What's that? Max domain. Let me make it like 50. So we should ramp up roughly like halfway down the thing. Oops. It does okay. Yep. Okay, so it works. Twerks. It twerks. Excellent. Okay, so now what would be nice is if we could visualize the start point of the speed and the end point, but that's actually kind of a
Gentlemen, this
hard math
is
problem.
Democracy Manifest.
Eric, thanks for the follow. I sort of needed a win. I discovered a corruption error in my copy command, so I worked on expanding my Conway's life to allow custom rule sets yesterday and Pac-Man today. Pac-Man is coming along. Nice, nice. So what are you using to code it with AI? Is this costing you like real money? Don't do it. Don't spend the money on it. Who am I to judge? Okay, so we can ramp up. It would be nice if we had a point of the start speed change and the end speed change, but that's a math problem of, I don't know, guys. How do you figure that out? If you have, geez, that's like a calculus problem, right? So like you have some starting speed, you ramp up over a delta to another speed. When over time, when you get to max speed, where are you? That's the problem. I don't know how to figure that out. That's out of my league. It's been I that's when I started tanking in math. Combining Gemini, Claude, and GPT at their lowest levels. Have you messed around with Gemma, the free model from Google? I sort of play them off each other. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm too dumb for AI, I think. I've been messing around with it, but it's been frustrating. My graphics card isn't beefy enough to make it a daily driver. Yeah, I can only do the 2 million pram one. It is frustrating. Yeah. For me, it's ultimately like, you know what? I just can't deal with the hallucination stuff, or like just like I just don't have the patience for it. It's just like managing people, and I just can't do it. I just don't have the patience for it. Jacob, what's up? Oh, Jacob, let's check the Steam keys. Guys, we might have playtesting keys available from Steam. Let's find out. Now I've got somebody who's going to interrupt me. And Odie, buddy, love you. But I got to work, bud. Yeah. Did you have a good nap, though? You miss Mama? Okay. She's making brownies. Ooh, yummy. Love you, little man. Okay. You want to help Gemma? Or does she not need help? She doesn't. Okay, well, see if you can be helpful. Okay. Oh, we got it! We got the keys! You want one? All right. Jacob gets exclusive access to tell me it doesn't work. Nobody else is getting a key right now, okay? Because we have to wait till the 31st. So nobody else. Leave me alone. Stop asking. The game looks like nothing right now anyway. So leave me alone. How do I get the keys though? They're approved. Package ID. That's the package. Where's my keys? How do I get the keys? Requester, that's me. Approved. Unactivated keys, question mark. Third party keys, is this it? Nope. Manage keys. That's where I was. Show key history. Do they just send it to me like in an email or something? Key count. Package. Package ID. Requester. That's me. Okay. How do I get this to Jacob? God, why is everything in Steam just like... It's like going to a foreign country and finding out everything you're doing is offending someone, and it's like totally normal for you. That's how it feels with their documentation. Claude's been okay for learning the basics of things, but I also don't know math, so trying to coax it into teaching me anything with math in it has been a nightmare. Interesting. Yeah, I tried Gemma for the 26 billion param one and 12 billion because I can fit them on my card barely. And it really isn't, at least not at that level. Local AI ain't there for code, in my understanding. Huh. Yeah, I mean, for what I use AI for, it seems to be okay. But what do I know? Playtest. Keys. Let me check my email. Maybe they threw it in my email. Steam keys. Okay, here we go. Types of keys. Blah, blah, blah. Steam key stats. Steam playtest keys. Completely free feature for blah, 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 blah. Requesting keys. Retrieving keys. Once processed, keys can be retrieved by clicking Request Steam Product Keys on your application's landing page in Steamworks. Oh, okay, so the landing page for the application. So let's go back. Request Steam Product Keys. I did. Okay, retrieving keys. Once the keys have been processed, you can retrieve retrieve by clicking Requesting Product Keys on your application's landing page. The keys are available for download as a zip file. Request Steam. Okay, so I go to the same place. Yeah, I got approval. It says approved. It's got a big green thing on it now. Sorry, guys, I can't show any of this. I know this is gripping. I don't see a download button. It's a good thing they show screenshots, he said sarcastically. Once processed, keys can be retrieved by clicking Request Steam Product Keys, which we are, on your application's landing page in Steamworks. Keys are available for a download as a zip file. There's a query key a page for querying keys. Well, I can show you what I see. Can I show this page without getting myself screwed up? Is a URL going to screw something up? It just shows the package ID. So here's what I see. I'm scared. I'm going to scroll down more. All right. So here's what I see. So I see unactivated keys is 100. I'm presuming that's like because nobody's used any. And then this is where we request keys. This is where I did that. I don't see anywhere to download it, but if I go to show key history, I see, oh wait, unused. Wait, key assignments, hang on. Hang on. Assignment history. Download. Ooh, I see it. It's all, you got to scroll down. Okay. I got to put this somewhere. I'm going to put it on my NAS. I don't want to lose this. Okay. All right. You're getting the very first one. Ooh, I have to be careful how I open this too. Oh God, don't open it on the other screen. Thank you. Okay. So key number 1. Here we go. I'm just going to delete it off the list. Or do a hashtag. Do a hashtag. Okay. All right. I'm going to send this to you, Jacob, in Discord. It's possible the Windows build won't work. You're on Windows, right, Jacob? There you go, Jacob. Okay. Let me know if you can install it. I was telling people today that I appreciate how bonkers the Steam admin is, because I also feel at the same time, because it's so confusing, you can accidentally do stuff. But it definitely feels like they just got it working and then they're like, okay, it's done. But it definitely feels like a web page, like the backend stuff feels like somebody who built, like, it feels like old internet, if I'm to call it something. It went away really quick. It's the Trapgate playtest should be what it is, what you see. Jacob. How big was the download? Was it 0 bytes? Don't tell me it was 0 bytes. Trying to find it. Okay. Mariano, how's it going? We were calling it Panzer Fox just for funsies. So it might be Panzer Fox. That's another thing I'm noticing, the name change stuff. There's like 7 places you have to go to change the name if you do. Restarting Steam. Okay. You can always try the key again. I can check the key to see if it registers that you redeemed it. It's possible it's not showing up for you. Says it was already activated. Okay. So here's the possibility. I have not completed the release progress. And so I think what's going on is you're not going to see it until I do that. Because right now the app release state is unavailable. Not playable, usable by customers. So what freaks me out about this is it's acting like I'm doing a Steam page because I have to have a store presence. So I just want to make sure that I don't accidentally make the playtest this store page. Well, it is for me. It works for me. Okay, well, I'll continue that adventure in a little bit, Jacob. I gotta make like banners and stuff. So this is exciting stuff. Well, let's go over to Krita. I have the files that I made for the headers and stuff. How long did it end up taking? Take for what? So I have this capsule art folder that has just like some default. God, my stuff is getting it to be a mess. Them getting your, I don't know, couple of hours. So Valve must approve and review your store page before making it public. So, okay, if I just give you my game at some point tonight or tomorrow, will you just see if it runs? Yeah, of course. Is Steam going to get mad at me if I have the lowest effort capsule stuff? Is there like rules for the capsules? Graphical asset rules. No review scores, no award names, no discount marketing, no text or imagery promoting a different product, no other miscellaneous text. Must use... Only to describe new content. Must include your game logo. Must contain a readable logo name and have accurate dimensions. PG-13 appropriate artwork. Damn it. Okay. All right, we'll just get a cool font. Call it a logo. The working title is Trapgate. So futuristic. Sure. I don't know. That's pretty cool. The lovely part about this is the nightmarish hell of fonts in Krita that I'm about to step into. Because it's awful. I think they've improved it. I think I'll go with this one. I can't change the status to playable until I upload these assets, Jacob. So it's a little freaky because it's talking about a store page, but I think it's it's not the store page of the game. It's the playtest store page. So it just kind of freaks me out. That's why I didn't upload any assets. So the only problem is I don't know how to install these fonts on my OS. Wayland's Arch. Install fonts. Put the fonts in the right place. Local share fonts. Okay. So save it there. And then we're going to go /.local/share/fonts. Okay. And then we'll export those. Now, do they have to be in the root? Move and extract the TTF and OTF files in these folders. Update your font cache. fc-cache-vf. Now, this is an AI command line suggestion. So heaven help us. And there they are, the JetBrain fonts and everything. Okay. Okay, so we got them. Dude, that's frog stuff, Jotson. You got some cool stuff on your stream right now. I'm jelly. Okay. But now this has to be reviewed by a human, Jacob, so I don't think it's going to happen tonight. What I want to do for the artwork for the capsule art is I want it in the style of who's the guy who airbrushed all those famous movie posters? Movie poster airbrush artist. He died recently. Drew Struzan. Yeah, Drew Struzan. So I want it to be in the style of a Drew Struzan movie poster. So, you know, like this. That's what I want. So like the mixed media, I think it's generally like airbrushing and whatchamacallit. Look at this shit. Isn't that fucking cool as hell? Look at that. This is what we want. Look at that. Look at that. You get the idea. All right. Any second now. What if I open Krita by hand? Or nothing happens. How about that? How about nothing loads? How about we just sit here, look like a bunch of jackasses? Look at the thing poster. Look at this. Isn't that fucking cool? Anyways. Krita is dead in the water. Let's kill Krita. Okay, and the font that we chose was... What was it called? I lost it. We had that cool font. I think I've lost the name of it. Let me go to the fonts. It was local share fonts Megrim. Yeah, I found another good place that's actually like has man-made fonts that are you pay a little bit of money for, but they're pretty good. So I want to check those ones out too. But I'm not opposed to just using a comment. I mean, if Avatar can use whatchamacallit, right? Then so can we. You imagine how much money that saved them? %, sure that means you can do whatever you want with it. But 99% of me is not a lawyer. Look, they changed the font stuff. So how do I this is good, but how do I change the font size? It's gonna be in some menu thing, right? Listen to my old man voice thing that's going on. It's gonna be in some stupid menu thing. Workspace. Default. Tool options. Current text properties. Open text properties. Typesetting mode. Enable typesetting mode. Open text properties. Dialogues. Select style preset. Size. This does Jack. This is doing Jack. God. They changed how we do it. How do you do fonts in Krita now? Krita fonts. What are we in? 6.0. Krita fonts 6.0. Managing and using text. Type tool, use the text properties Docker to adjust the font size. I don't see any of that. That's old. Click the T tool. Oh God, this is maddening. It's got to be something over here. Like there's a window or something that I open up over here. Open text properties. Oops. Typesetting mode. Edit SVG source. Styles. Glyph palette. This is so stupid. How do I do it? All right, let's do a Google search. Man, somebody's making coffee. My wife better be making me some coffee. Otherwise, I'm having like an aneurysm. Krita 6 fonts.
In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to
Vex, what's
download
up?
and install free fonts from 1001 Free Fonts.
Let me do
and
some
use
shout
them in
outs here.
Krita. By the end, you'll know exactly where to find fonts.
We
how
got to do a
install
shout
them
out to
on your
Booyah
computer,
Grandmama.
and how to make them show up inside Krita so you can start using them in your artwork right away. First, head over to 1001freefonts.com. This site hosts a large collection of fonts.
I don't care.
Also, be mindful in macOS, choose installing for all. Open a document, it still doesn't appear. Restart your computer to refresh your system's font cache. And that's it. You visited 1001 Free Fonts, chose and downloaded a font, installed it on your system, and used it in.
Fuck you. Tools. I hate this, guys. I hate this. Krita handbook. Font size. Text. Font. Text tool. Okay. Drag, click. Okay. Text property Docker. Okay. Text properties Docker. Where do I find you? So it's a Docker. Text property Docker. Tools. Dockers. Ah! Ha ha! You thought you could get away from me. Ha ha! I found you. Okay. What was the name of the font? What was it called? Ah, Krita, you bombed on me. Oh, how embarrassing in front of all your friends. You wouldn't download a font. Do 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 do. Bom bom bom. How much time is wasted? Oh, it crashed again. Font family. Here we go. Luckily, there's... I can search? Nope. Cool, I have to scroll by hand. That's neat. Thank you. There we go. Size. And... why does it not appear to be using the font? So cool. Neat. Don't crash on me. Don't you crash on me. Oh, God. I'm being very impatient with something. We'll do this, and let's write a new font. Well, that sure looks like just a plain old serif font. Good old Cricket. Paragraph. Character. This is great. This is working out great. I just love this. This is so good. Cool. So, yeah, neat. It shows it here. That's neat. That's cool. Let's try it again. So good. So good. This is neat. So this works. So we're talking to the right thing. We have a font size. Font style is regular. Synthesize bold. They made it worse! How is this possible? I would take the old way over this. I can't do anything here. How did they do this? Okay, this is a vector layer. Let's remove the layer. And we'll just try a new one. You have a surprise for me. What is this? Coffee?
I tried making coffee.
You-
Odie's instructions.
Odie's instructions, because he knows how to make it.
Yeah, he does it with Mama a whole bunch.
It tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Thank you very much. They even put whipped cream in it. What is this, a Starbucks? My goodness, what kids I have, huh? I know, they just made me French press coffee. My son makes it with my wife every morning, so he's just got it memorized. Get rid of brushes. God, this is a waste of time. You're spoiled. Man, I took a nap with my son today. And I had this weird, like, panic attack. It was weird. How do you fare with 7 p.m. coffee, sleep-wise? Fine. It's weird. Like, I remember in all the westerns, like, the cowboys would drink coffee at night and then go to sleep. So I don't know what that was about. But they'd be like, oh, it's time for bed. Better have my cup of coffee. And they drink the coffee and go to sleep. It's like, huh? Maybe this is for something else. Is it possible that this is not for this? But it is. Edit SVG source. Tool options. Let's look at our tools again. Or our Dockers. Is there anything else about text? I don't see anything else about text. This is tool options. So that's tool specific options. So that's contextual based on the tool. So like if I choose this, it changes. Okay. So that's a contextual tool. Open text properties. That's this. Okay. Okay, hang on. Wait, no, those are layers. Text align. Character tab. Character. Now we're serif again. Bruh. Let's try changing it to something else. Nope. So do I apply this somewhere? What are we doing here? There's a lot of no-dos, whatever the heck that's about. No-do, no-do. No-do arigato, Mr. Roboto. No-do, no-do. Slater, what's up? Font family. See, when I do font family, the whole thing crashes. What is it called? Megrim. Nothing changed. And we're Megrim on paragraph as well. Sounds like it's trying to load all the fonts. I mean, I feel like this could be an OS problem too. I'm not opposed to putting this on Linux and something about my my distro. God bless it. Fuck. I hate this. You know what? This stuff drives me crazy. You just like you just want to do something simple and everything is like, how hard can we make this for you so that you buy our goddamn SaaS product? Fuck everything. Ah! I hate this shit. A Sprite? I don't know. Can we do? I think we can do fonts in A Sprite, right? But then I made all these goddamn templates in Krita because I was like, oh, I'm going to be super smart about this. So I spent all this time making the right sizes and everything in Krita for the damn exports to Steam. God bless it. Is it possible that the font type being that it's a TTF, is something that Krita doesn't like. Can we get this to change to anything? Anything? Let's do this. Nope. Let's do... Do I hit enter? Is there like an apply button? It's not great either. Type of thing in Figma. I use Sprite over Krita all the time, but they both have learning curves for sure. Yeah, no, Sprite is less annoying, although I find it's cutesy, gooey, stupid. But I think it works for getting people to use it that are in a certain category of like pixel art folks and stuff. But I the cutesy gooey thing really irks me. All right, let's try preset. Search and tag. Assign to tag. What does any of this mean? Why did it break out? I didn't ask you to break out. God bless America. Now we're doing a vector layer so we can rasterize it. That's nice. See, that's smart. I bought the software before they were bought by Figma as my Photoshop replacement. Affinity. It's free and web-based. Affinity, you say? Well, the problem with that is I'm on Linux, and I think Affinity is a Windows thing. So we could try it with Mac and Windows. We could try it with Wine, but God knows how that would work. Browser-based. Oh, well, no, it's Chrome. It should be fine. Get Affinity. Sign up to download. Give us your soul. Okay, hang on. Now I got to see if I have a password for whatchamacallit, which I think I do. No. Okay. Now I'm giving them my email because it's just another... Now I got to get a fucking email. Cool. You know, this should be a solved problem by now, but it isn't. Downloading one message. Twitch, Streamlabs, Canva. Yes, my handsome pants. What's up?
Puxty has his own little birthday. That is simply just like peanut butter.
Oh. I don't know if we can give peanut butter to doggies.
You get her pet and likes it. So you can have a pet.
Okay. I see. What is the stuff in? I don't know, buddy.
Jelly with peanut butter.
Peanut butter and jelly?
Peanut butter and jelly.
I think dogs can have peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're trying the wine installer for Affinity, so we'll see what happens there. Maybe we get lucky with that. Adult cigarettes? What? Okay, so we adjust this. Look at that. Isn't that neat? So this is just like made up nonsense. This does nothing. Isn't that neat? We can do a slant. So everything but apply a font. One thing I'd want to be able to do with text. I hate everything. It's all bullshit. John Kimball. You son of a bitch. All right. Maybe an OS issue on my end. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is. Let me see. Is Critter? Let's go to Critter, see if we can download. Is it an app image? There's a flat pack and a snap. Everything you'd need. Download app image. Finished. I can't do that on Arch. This is great. Yep, skill issue. Hubcap. Fuck me. Ah! Let's do an update. Maybe it'll just work with an update. $531 programs to update. Lovely. Just updating Linux on the hot while we're streaming. They made me coffee. Yeah, I know. It was a little.
Surprised you with coffee too? You didn't ask for it?
No, I didn't ask for it. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm guessing. I'm thinking they didn't let it seep for 5 minutes, but still pretty good. It's going all right. I'm just trying to do one stupid thing, and everything hates my guts. I think we have to use Windows to do any graphical stuff for this. So, I guess what I'll do is I'll send you the zip files for this capsule art stuff, and then on the Windows machine we can
Files for what?
capsule art for the Steam page. Oh, and that crashed. That's good. Try to compress something through the UI and it crashed. That's always good. Looks like it did it. Okay. Thanks for doing that for me, Johnson. Yeah. Sometimes when I do art, I'm herbally influenced. Oh, adult cigarettes. That's what that was. I get it. I gotcha. Okay, well, we're going to go from there. All we'll do is we'll get a cool NASA image of the same thing that we have on the load screen that happens for a split second. We're going to get a cool NASA image of Orion's belt, which is really pretty if you haven't seen it, like up close, so to speak. And we'll put the title with that cool font on there. Right? And then that's enough for the playtest. I'm so afraid of accidentally going live with this shit. So we're gonna Jacob, sorry, but the playtest is on hold. Or you testing the playtest is on hold. I need to send this link to my wife. And she's gonna be the graphic artist tonight. Possibly she'll join us on stream. And she will Why can't I bring up my chooser? We're updating Krita right now, so we can try that and see if that improves things as well. This could very well be the fact that we ran the font cache reload thing, so maybe just a reboot would somehow freshen things up and fix it. Who knows? So I'm gonna send this to my wife and quit. You have to, okay. Thank you, Jacob, for your words of encouragement. I appreciate that very much. Everybody's so encouraging. Y'all are so encouraging. So, going back to this, we've got our speed. We need more control over the camera. But for now, let's just get a map out of like what's going on here. So, this is a lot of work in front of me, and this is why it's great to have my wife, because I can just make her do it all. In the meantime, we are going to, I think if we move this here, it'll be okay. Let's see that. Cinti, we're going to put Cinti in here. Okay. So I think if I load the demo, we'll still be okay. So let's go to scenes and demo and try and load that. Yes. Okay. So now we can get rid of that weird capital asset folder. Goodbye. Okay. So now it's in here. Bro, all these like other people's assets, they all do things in weird ways, right? And you're just like, why are you like that? What's going on? Sorry for losing my head there a little bit, guys. I'm definitely not the model of staying cool. Is this that 9/11 game? Yeah, I mean it was initially. It was the working title was 9/11 the sequel. But standards and practices said no to that, so we're having to come up with a new hook. This time it's serious. Slater's like, wait, what? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Environments. What do we got? Graffiti, ground tile. So what we want to let's open up the everything scene. So scenes overview. So this is everything. There was a secret third tower hidden behind 913. – 9/11 again. It's like 9/11s. So that's the road stuff. Take me home, Techno Road, to a place I belong. Why is this that way? Oh, I love that they centered it in the corner. That's cool. Man, Cricket. Oh, this is great. This is great. So it's over here. This is good. Yeah, perfect. This is going to go well. Oh, yeah, and it just kind of put it up in outer space. That's good. I like that. I like that. That's nice. Oh, and look, it's not even at 0, 0. There we go. So there's a road. Take me home. Something road. There's so much movie and music stuff that came out late August or first week of September '09 that nobody remembers or bought. That's a really interesting experiment to think about. Like, I do remember just like kind of, you know, I was young enough still where it was like, am I going to get drafted? Right. And my buddies had joined the Marines before 9/11. So they were hosed. Days was going to fight. So guys, how do we manage this? I think what I need to do, I think I need to manage this by environments. I think I need to start breaking this up myself. I don't know. You know, I'm finding asset management in Godot when you're dealing with other people's stuff to be a hellscape. I am finding it to be a hellscape. Create a new folder. We're going to call it roads. Asset hoard. Excuse me, Johnson? The game asset manager for
I can't believe you've done this.
indie artists, indie developers and artists. A local first asset manager for indie artists. One library, everything you've made, bought, downloaded, always yours. Don't become a game dev to be... You didn't become a game... Oh, no, no. How much you want to bet it's SAS? God fucking damn it! Oh, it's a one-time payment. Sorry. I almost lost my shit. Okay, it's a one-time payment. That's nice. That was like $30 a year or a month is too much. Oh my god, I almost was like gonna... It's a one-time payment per month. Sorry for the jump scare, guys. I'm a little amped up right now. I just want to do stuff and everything is like, F you. No. My current problem right now, so we got a couple of Godot guys out there right now, right? Here's my problem that I'm having, Booyah and Jotson and Pergorley and Dustin, anybody else who's doing Godot. My problem is that, okay, so I have all these assets. My game's not going to use them all, right? Not when I'm developing it. So then I end up with this massive download with all these files that sometimes it's not going to be used. Now, it's like, oh, well, you just put the ones that you're using someplace else and you add the other ones to this excluded export folder or whatever. But then when I do that, it's like, well, actually, that asset points to a material that's still in there. So then it's like, and then it's like, oh, well, you use the Orphan Resource Explorer. And that's like, that's great if that's like a permanent solution that I'm never, ever going to use any new assets. So, I don't know. I'm going to break this mouse if I'm not careful. Oh, is it dropping frames? Yeah, my, because I'm on Arch BT dubs. It's compiling. We're compiling frames right now. Or we're compiling programs. Ooh, doggy birthday cakes, nice. Well, the frames will come back, I promise. It's fine for me, though. So, sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. 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 I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. My method is this: add stuff, never delete, ship it. Corollary: if I think I have it already and can't find it, I just add another one. Damn. I'm in Unity where the grass is magenta and the sun shines a bright, beautiful magenta. Oh, God. I'm in Unity where the grass is magenta. Oh, won't you please take me to Unity? Oh, wait, it's 2026, right? And then you download Animal Well and it's 30 megabytes. And you're like, oh, that's why you roll your own engine. Sorry, guys. The compiles are really compiling right now. Cricket's the kind of guy who live updates his Linux while he's streaming. Bold move, Cotton. Yeah, so we're kind of hanging right now. We're just gonna hang out. I can't do anything. So how's everyone doing tonight besides me? So my mixing board died. Everything is just screwing up. I have to make a business account for stupid Amazon so I can get a new mixing deck and expense it. Handy for Steam capsules. Thanks, Vex. Wallaber, how's it going? We're at like 2 frames a second right now, Wallaber. Okay, so I can't really do